Well, hello and happy Sunday, everybody. George, it's football day, buddy. Yeah, the Green Bay Packers are going to be playing the Chicago Bears. Oh, my goodness, what a battle. Oh, and George is doing our Big Bird. Thank you, George. And the duckies are running around watching Layla. Anyway, folks, our temperature is going to be dropping. Tonight it goes down to 13 degrees, but next Saturday our high is 8, and we're going below 0. Yeah. The high temperature next Saturday is 8 degrees. That's why I am driven to get as much done as possible, because we're going to have normal January Wisconsin weather. Yeah, and Layla's visiting the duckies. Anyway, I just had fun. I was watching a video that I made last June, like June 18th. Something about sitting in the shade or enjoying the shade. It's only a 2-minute video, but it showed this back porch the way it used to be. Back when George used to spend his day up here on the porch while I had to go off and work. Yeah, we've come a long ways. Yeah, you betcha. Folks, I'm driven. It's in my nature to work. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to work like I do. I'm an old guy. At some point, I'm not going to be able to do what I do every day around here. But until then, I'm going to do what I do. I work 7 days a week. And somebody made a thing about, why do I work so much, and why don't I just leave things the way they are? Folks, this was a junkyard. This property was a junkyard. It was covered in cars before I bought it. And, hi Hazel. What are you doing, baby? You want to go back in? Huh? You want to go back in? Yeah. George says it's cold out here. I'm going back in too. You going in or not? Everybody making up their mind? Huh? Okay. I'll show you what I did last night. Yesterday was a busy day. We got a shed sitting here, but that wasn't the end of the project. The ramp that's on the back of the semi-trailer was sitting here. And last night I was using the headlights of my truck, and I had to move the ramp and get it back up on the back of the semi-trailer. And that was not easy because it weighs as much as the Bobcat. My Bobcat couldn't pick the whole thing up. I could only pick up one end. And it was stuck to the ground over there where it had been sitting. So I had to use the truck to drag it over here and then lift up one end with the Bobcat and set it up on the back of the semi. That was last night's project. Now, the shed had been built in place. When they built it, they put a support under each side and one down the middle. But in order for me to move it, I had to add skids. And I put the skids 6 feet apart because the car hauler truck that came to get it is made for hauling cars, and the tires on a truck are 6 feet apart. So that's where I put the skids. But that leaves the outside wall unsupported, and that puts a big sag in the floor. So this morning I've been jacking up and putting supports under the outside edge to hold the weight of the shed. And when you put shelves and stuff in a shed, you start along the wall. You don't stack stuff in the middle of the floor, you put it against the wall. So that's where I needed the support, and that's what I've been working on. Anyway, folks, this place used to be a mess. And I spent the last year opening up and making it a beautiful place. It's come a long ways, and in the spring it's gonna be absolutely gorgeous. And I can't wait until Eva is sitting here with me in these chairs and we're watching the fire and the deer and the turkeys and Limu and Emu and everybody else. But I got a pond I'm gonna be working on. I got the chicken coop that's up there. The reason I'm building a bigger chicken coop in that shed is because Henry's got 6 girls and himself and 3 ducks, and they are living in an outhouse. That's an old outhouse that came from my dad's farm, and I insulated it and put in a window and a door, and that's what everybody's living in. There's 10 occupants of that outhouse, and that's just a little too crowded. The duckies make a mess, and I can't put water in the hen house because the duckies make a mess out of that, and that gets the floor wet, and then that makes mold and everybody's sick. Last night I sat out here in the dark until about 10 o'clock last night. I got tired of looking at the big blue tarp that was here covering up a great big pile of stuff that I stacked up last summer. So last night I sat out here and I enjoyed a nice evening, and Hazel's on walkabout. Yep. I burned it all up. Now I can add more branches to it. Anyway, we love you all. Eva fell in love with our channel and then fell in love with me and George because of what I do, because of who I am. I work hard. She works hard. And I can't wait until I've got her help here with me to help me finish what I've started. But it's just like the creek down there. We now have a dock and a canoe and a kayak sitting at the dock. This is a beautiful creek, and I paddled all over it. But there's nobody else living back here that has a canoe on this creek. Nope. I cover a lot of ground. I love this place. And out there is the American flag on our property line. Yup. I love this property. But I love my life and my wife. And I look forward to making this place beautiful. And it's gonna evolve. It's always gonna be a project. And I'm gonna share all my projects with you guys. But all of that stuff up there is going down here. Then I have a beautiful view of all of this without that thing in my way. Anyway, love you all. I hope everybody else has a wonderful Sunday. Yeah, and doesn't matter who wins the game today. Yeah, may the best team win. It's gonna be a battle. Chicago versus Green Bay. You betcha. Anyway, God bless you all. Remember to stay safe. Wash your flippers off and have a wonderful Sunday. Love you. Bye.